And club legend Sean Wright Phillips. Say hi, Sean.
Hi, everybody.
Okay, so first of all, put a little hi, hello in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from. And remember, you can drop questions for Sean right here in the chat. Hi, Karen Moore. Hi, John Peck. Hi, Parvez. Hi, Ryan Hoopers. Again, Brad Baker, Delfino Jacobo, watching from Birmingham, Alabama. Parvez says, hi, Sean from Toronto. Okay, so first of all, we've been watching the first half. Fun fact, in this bar, the other half is the local Peña Madridista, so they're cheering when we're not and vice versa. Ashley Bowen asks, first of all, how are you feeling, Sean?
I'm feeling very good. I'm feeling confident. We're still in the driving seat, so bring on the second half.
Okay, what lessons can we take from the first half?
We just know it's the Burnabout. At the end of the day, we know what sort of team we're playing against, and we know the stadium and the scene that we're playing in. And I think we've handled it perfectly. They've given all they've got, and they've still not scored a goal, although they've had some chances. We've had our fair chances as well. So
I see Kavita, Mike Ferguson, Roslyn. Everybody, go ahead and type in your questions. If you could make a substitution, Sean, for the second half, who would you bring in?
I mean, if I was to make one, it would only be Raheem Sterling, just to stretch them a bit more in behind, because you can see that they're playing a very high line. And I think with Sterling up there, gives that extra threat in behind. Plus, his work rate, he works back as well and does his defensive duties. Either until Madrid make one or until around about the 65, 70th minute. Because in all fairness, the team's holding out. And like I said, Real Madrid are throwing everything at them.
Okay. John Peck says, tuning in from Haymaker in Austin, Texas. Where we've been, do you remember?
Yeah, of course I remember.
Okay. So he says, come on back to town one of these days. We have Matt Roberts. We have Kavita from Delhi, India. All right, Sean. Who do you think will come off first for Madrid?
I think they'll take Casemiro off first, and bring on the more attacking centre midfielder. But I still don't think that'll be until after the 65th minute.
Do you think that should have been a yellow for him?
I think he should have.
All right, everybody. So if you can see us and hear us, Say hello. There they are. Christian Galencio. Okay. So what was the last thing you heard? We were talking about Kyle Walker. If you heard that, give a thumbs up. Yes. Okay. All right. Jonathan, drop a question in the chat. Mike Ferguson says, come on, City, big 45 ahead. Sean, while we wait for everybody to drop questions in the chat, how much more confident do you feel now after having a 0-0 first half? Or has anything changed for you at all?
No, nothing's changed for me at all. As I said to you before the game, I said I'm pretty confident in what we can do within this game. I think there's been opportunities for us to score, and we will get more opportunities. And we're at the burnabout at the end of the day, and we're in the driving seat. They have to come out and beat us. We don't have to do that to them.
Okay. Okay. So they didn't hear the answer about your reaction to 93-20. So could you repeat that? So Sean was actually on the pitch for 93-20 playing for QPR. And so what was your reaction?
Well, my reaction was at the time is, oh no, we've gone down. But at the end of the day, we went there to do a professional job. We was trying to win the game. And obviously when Aguero scores that goal, it was great to see Man City, obviously, because it was also a perfect layout for me in the fact that we managed to stay up as well.
Okay, Ben in DC has a spicy question. He says, who is the best right Phillips soccer player, footballer?
Well, they're all different. We were brought up in a very young age that we create our own path within football. And Bradley's a completely different player to I am. My son's a completely different player to I am. And so is my dad. So we're all the best, personally.
What a dynasty. Christian Galencio says, how mad were you at Joey Barton?
Me and Joey have been friends since we was about 17 and 16 years of age. So we go back a very long time. But that's just Joey. Once you know somebody that long, you know the good things and the bad things about them on and off the pitch. And that was just one thing you had to deal with that came with him. But at some of the times in the games, he was key, especially when we was at City, to how many goals I scored. So
otherwise, I'm going to keep rocking and rolling through halftime. And again, we're going to start again with the kit giveaways. Okay. All right. Kavita says, who is one favorite manager you've played with, or who's your favorite manager?
I think the most important for me, so I'd put him as my favorite, I think was Joe Robb when I first broke through at Manchester City. I said my most favorite manager when I broke through would have been Joe Robb, because I think he was key to my success and becoming the player that I was.
Okay. Adam Jones says, great question. Okay. Parvez says, question, are we missing John Stones? How will it impact us?
No, I don't think we're missing John Stones. I think John Stones is a fantastic centre-back. I think he's an amazing player on and off the pitch. He's got great characteristics, but I think the team that's out today is probably one of the City's strongest 11. So for me, I wouldn't say we're necessarily missing him, but it's just one of those games, and Pep knows what he's doing, so trust in Pep.
Okay. Savius asks, how do you feel about the first half? I know we've been talking about it quite a bit, but like now that we've made it to this halftime, how are you feeling? Or do you feel any closer? Do you feel the same as the beginning when it was still 0-0?
I'm quite a laid-back person, and especially when it comes to football, 0-0s right now, they don't really mean nothing while the game's on. If it was 2-1, you would say the same thing. That's a dangerous scoreline as well. So we know it's dangerous, and we know what Real Madrid have in firepower going forward. But at the end of the day, I believe in City. I did before the start of the game, and I did before the first leg, so that won't waver now.
Okay, I think we were talking about substitutions when we were off. So Brad Baker is asking any adjustments needed for the second half.
I don't think there will be any adjustments. The only adjustment I can see coming, if it does happen, is maybe Raheem Sterling coming on, and maybe a bit later on a Jack Grealish, which will buy fouls and kill time. But other than that, I don't see anything changing right now.
Okay. Someone says that Real Madrid are playing mind games. Do you agree? Yes or no?
They got no other choice. I think to a degree there is, but it's something that the referee needs to get a hold of. I think City players are doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing and just getting on with the game and leaving Real Madrid to do whatever they want to do.
How much of a threat is it that you think Real Madrid could capitalize quickly when we come out for the second half?
It's as much as a threat as it is for them being wary of us. I think just as quick as they believe they can score, they know that we can go down the other end and do the same thing, as we've shown in the first leg and in the times before. So I think they'll be just as worried about us as probably we are about them.
Can you, okay, we talked about Casemiro. Can you explain a little bit about how the mind games, quote unquote, might be manifesting in their play?
Well, you can see, I think it showed in that little situation where Laporte picks up a yellow card. Like now, Laporte's on the yellow card, he's treading on thin ice, whereas Casemiro's got away with 2 tackles and probably should have been sent off by now. So they're going to play the game. They're going to do exactly the same thing Atletico Madrid did. Maybe not as aggressive as them, but they're going to try and do the same thing just to throw us off our game.
What do you think is going on with Vinicius Jr.?
He's going to think about swapping sides, I could imagine, because he ain't getting any change really out of. He ain't getting any change out of Walker. So Walker's just bullied him, and it's been a great performance from him because Vinicius is a great player.
Okay. How do you feel about Gabriel Jesus' performance? Who do you think might score first for City?
I think everyone's performance has been perfect according to the result and the game that's being played. Especially like I said, it's at the Bernabeu. We're not playing against no little team here. We're playing against Real Madrid and a fantastic side that they are. So I think everyone's performance has been just, and I think they will get better. The more the game opens up, the more Real Madrid try and take chances. There will be pockets that open up like they did in the first leg. So I just think everyone just needs to keep on doing what they're doing.
Okay, we have a fan. This is unrelated to the game specifically, but if you were given the opportunity, how would you improve VAR?
Get rid of it completely.
Really? Why?
Because I fell in love with a game with human error. You are allowed mistakes, like it happens. It still happens. We got VAR. Casemiro should have been sent off, which and nobody went back to it. So clearly, VAR isn't really doing that much of a great.
What if Vida makes